What's up, YouTube? This is Mr. Punish98 here, and I've got a replay for you on Live Oaks in World of Tanks as the KV-3. Now, we're platooned up with some guys from Arm 7, mainly because, you know, it's more fun playing as a platoon. I mean, it's easier to coordinate your attacks with your team members if you have more people that you can actually talk to. And so we're here on Live Oaks on the southern side, where we spawned. So we're just heading into the town right now, seeing what we can shoot. Now we go ahead and we take a pot shot at these guys over here, and we narrowly miss that 112. It just goes right over his head. But we're not going to stay there because, you know, they probably will spot us if we stay there, and if not, we'll basically be useless to our team if we just stay back. We're a tier 7 heavy and a tier 8 game, and we need to get up and close to the battle just to do some effective fire. So yeah, we go into the town here, looking for some angles on people to shoot without getting shot back. So instead of going straight where everyone else is, I start turning to the right, just so I can maybe pull up around here and put flanking fire in on them. And I mean, the KV-3 is not a bad tank. He will bounce a lot of shots, even against tier 8s. But here we go. We see a SU-122 getting a little too carried away for itself. We put one shot into it. Really good damage roll, and then the Lova finishes it off. So that's our first. Oh, and I like his name, Dixon Cider. That's perfect. So that's our first shot in the game. First damage dealt. Pretty good damage roll too. That's about average, 359. As you can see, this gun can do 390 average, so it's a little below average, but it was still a good shot nonetheless. So we're gonna go up, and we see that there's a 112. And at the time, I didn't know where his gun was pointing, so I wasn't about to pull around the corner. And by this time, he has actually noticed me. So we're going to see what I do. I just get the back of his tank, and I'm able to track him. Now this is good because, you know, it allows me to get a better position. As you can see, I'm side scraping here just in case he pulls around the corner. But he does repair his tracks before I can put another shot into him. But it doesn't matter because I put another right into his inside drive wheel, and it hurts him. And he panics, he puts one into me, but it bounces because he hit the side of my turret there. I don't know, it's somewhere around here it bounced. And like I said, this tank is very bouncy. So I pull up, I put another shot. Unfortunately, I bounced the 112. And as you can see, if we go ahead and look here, we've got what's going on up here. We have one platoon mate, Mick Marsh, coming over here and putting effective shots. He just killed a don't know exactly what he killed, and now we're putting the heat. We're putting the hurt on these guys up here. Now, unfortunately, my other platoon member's been taking some shots. So here we go. We're waiting for the T-34 to slip up. He pulls forward, and he's trying to get a shot from me. I know what he's trying to do. He's just putting his track right outside of the cover so that I can take a shot at him and probably miss. But I know better than that. I take a shot at his commander's hatch, but unfortunately it bounces, and I pull back knowing that the T-34 is going to be looking down my way. Now I juke him in and out just in case, try to entice him to shoot, but obviously he's not going to. So I try to side scrape, but unfortunately this hut here is blocking my shot, and eventually the T-34 pulls up, so I can no longer get a shot into him. So at this point, I can see that, you know, the KV-5 is paying attention to the Lova. The KV-2 is behind cover. I can't shoot him, and the T-34 is popping in and out. So right here, if I stay here, there's nothing for me to do. Absolutely nothing. So I chose to move up a little bit, and I try to outflank the KV-5, but unfortunately he sees me coming. He pulls up towards the low, but what he doesn't realize is I can easily back up just as quickly. I back up, and I plant one shot into him. After the Waffen trigger does finish him, take him out of the game, push my tank forward, and I see a KV-2. KV-2 puts plants a shot into the Jagdtiger. My teammate kills him, my platoon member actually, in the T-43. T-34 knows what's going to come. He kills the Jagdtiger actually, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to plant a shot into the back of his turret anyway. Decent shot. And I pull up. And unfortunately, I was about to get a shot on this T-34, but yeah, the Waffentrigger finishes him. I was really angry that happened. I really wanted extra damage. As you can see, I've only done 1,000 damage. But I pull up, I see the IS-3 shot, so that's why I'm showing him my side, because I know I can pull back, and then BAM! That was amazing. I one-shotted, or well, he was on half health, but still, in one shot, I destroyed that IS-3. He had 717 health, so that means I got 717 damage done. That puts me up to 1,720 damage. So here, we're just, getting a handle on the situation. We see that there's not a lot of people left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start heading towards the base, because we want to eventually cap, or, go up and finish off the remainder of the defenders over here. Unfortunately, the KV-3 is a very slow tank, so it takes me a while to do so. Alright, now I think this is a, there's definitely something wrong with this replay, because I remember my platoon member, Mick Marsh, he was down to about 100 health at this point. He did not have full health. But, and the same with Fartbuster over there. So we're going to go ahead and speed up this replay a little bit, just because this tank is very slow. And as you can see, the low starts getting damage done, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. That is a hull down Pershing over there. I do not want to stand still like that low is doing. That low is getting chewed up. So what I do is I start moving to the right towards this kind of, lull in the hill here, so I can only show the turret of my tank. Now, effectively, right now, he has no shots on my tank. But then again, neither do I. So I need to get up here as soon as possible, try to get some shots in the Pershing. Problem is that they're also behind an embankment, the railroad roads. So I can't really put any effective fire in them. So let's see what's happening over here. Right now, my other platoon member is duking it out against an E25. Normally, if he was full health, because right now he really isn't, he probably could take on both of them. But as you can see, he's got the Pershing as well to handle. So yeah, he'll probably die here, and in fact he does. But I put one good shot into the Pershing, tracking him, giving my platoon member just enough time to get away. Unfortunately, he moves back instead of pulling forward, which gives the Pershing a good shot into him. And then I put one more shot into the butt of the E25, taking him out of the game. Now here it looked pretty close. I don't know if you guys caught that, but there was a T-20 that was going against a Waffentrigger. Now he's starting to cap. Now that is not good. There's two tanks left, but we're both heavy tanks, very weak. Sorry, not very weak, very slow tanks, and now they are capping. And if we do not get there in 1.5 minutes, he will win the game. So I tell my buddy, try to go around this way. Maybe you'll get there in time, while I go off and try to kill the Pershing, because I know right now I am on full health. I haven't taken a single point of health, or sorry, damage, and I'm ready to duel this Pershing. I'm confident that I'll be able to kill him. So I pull up, and maybe after I kill him, I could go and reset the cap. So there's the Pershing. He's going full flight. He's getting out of here because he knows he can't fight me one-on-one head-on. So what he does is he goes farther away, and he stops, or he doesn't stop, but I stop seeing him. I'm unable to see where he is. And what he does is actually pretty smart. He goes in a hull down position. See, he stops, and I'm like, whoa, he wants to fight me. That's weird. I take a shot on the move. Obviously, I was never going to hit that. Pershing bounces me, but he is in a very good position. And instead of just staying right there and shooting at his turret, I go forward. I take one shot, and then I bounce a shot. That surprised me, but I guess at this point I was auto-aiming, so it did go right into his turret. And this was kind of a misplay by me. If I had known that it was going to bounce, I wouldn't have charged him as quickly, and that was really unfortunate right there. I did 398 damage, which left the Pershing on 15 health. It was really close, and the base has been captured, which means that we lose. And I get one more shot in, and it tracks the Pershing, and that just ruined it for me. But yeah, I'll let you guys see what happened after the battle. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the stats after the battle, but what ended up happening is I got the mastery badge for the KV-3, as well as doing around 4,500 damage. I think it was just under 4,500 damage, which was really unlucky. I mean, I really should have won that, but props to that Pershing that we were finding, because he also was able to do around 4,200 damage-ish. He had a very good game, and unfortunately enough, he had the team member that was smart enough to go and cap, because he knew that he couldn't fight off 2 heavy tanks. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you put a like and a comment in the description, and see you guys later.